Okay, so a while back on the podcast we were asked what good family games there are, and since then I've crossed mountains and rivers. I've even been to Finchley in North London to bring you Escape the Curse of the Temple. A game so good you'll want to have kids just to get the most out of it, and then put those kids up for adoption so you can play more Escape. I am of course kidding, but I'm also kind of not, so let's see what you get in the box. So, you get a modular temple. You'll get some dice, and some more dice, and some more dice. A selection of spooktacular cardboard curses. Some tiny wooden adventurers who might die. Some magic gems. Some other stuff. And a relic of times gone past. So, a couple of things to know about Escape. First off, this is a cooperative game. You're all looking for the exit together, and that's tricky because as you run around, you cute little cheeky explorers, you're going to be laying out tiles, randomly searching for that exit. Now you all have to get out together, or if as much as one of you remains trapped, you all lose, as you have nightmares of your lost companion for the rest of your natural lives. The manual doesn't say that. It's a kid's game, but it should. Anyway, running around and exploring the temple is actually kind of tricky and involves dice. Okay, so let's say you and me, red and green, best of friends, are trying to escape the temple. You're going to do that with your 5 dice. So let's say I'm green and I run off to do my own thing. You want to go this way, start exploring, start looking for that exit. So, to get into a chamber, you have to roll 1 green man and 1 key. That's fine. You spend those dice by picking them up and you move in. Now to place a chamber, you have to spend 2 green running men, which is what's on the back of the draw pile. So you do that, then you get this, and you have to roll a green man and a key to get in. Let's say you did that, and you move in. Now, to actually... I haven't explained a thing. So to unlock the exit of the temple, you're going to have to clear this exotic looking palette of gems. While you're running around the temple looking for the exit, you have to roll, in this case, 4 torches while you're in this room. You do that, and you place a gem on a thing. And everyone's going to be doing this on their way for the exit, occasionally finding rare, rare special rooms whereby adventurers have to pull their dice together to get 4, 7, or even 10 of the icon you're looking for, letting you place more than 1 gem. Help! The cry comes from across the table. I've locked myself! And what that means is I've rolled 5 black dice. So here's a rule I haven't told you. If you roll a black dice like so, yeah, like so, that dice cannot be rolled again until you roll a golden mask. And a golden mask can be spent to unlock 2 black dice. So, should players get into the situation where all their dice are locked, you have to race across the temple, get into the same room, roll some golden dice, and then tell your friend, you can use these to unlock your dice. Camaraderie. Dice, adventuring, gems! Doesn't seem exciting yet, does it? Oh, there's one rule. One that makes Escape one of my must-buys. Which is that this game is played not in turns, but as fast as you can roll your dice.
Okay, right, now we go home. Going this way. I've still got one locked.
Before lock, come back!
What? No!
More locked!
Sword. Okay, you've got 1 free. No, you haven't. That's not true at all. Yeah, you've got 1 free. 2 free. Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but saw your shit!
I got no one locked! Help!
Wait, no, the gem's back in there. You can.
Yeah, that CD I mentioned earlier, on it is a 10-minute audio track. Now, a third of the way through, you'll hear a gong, telling everybody to get back to the starting chamber or lose one of their dice for the rest of the game. 2/3 through, you have to do it again, and finally, it'll play a 3rd gong, giving you just a handful of seconds to all escape via the exit if you haven't already. Now, I'll be honest here, watching this footage back made me feel redundant as a reviewer. Is there anything I could say that could make you want this game more than seeing how much fun a lot of us are having? Screaming and panicking like game show contestants? Well, I'm not gonna pack up my shut up and sit down reviewer's makeup kit just yet, because I can still point out a few reasons why this game is so clever. Usually games tend to revolve around one or two smart ideas. Escape layers them in a fabulous design lasagna, okay? This rolling dice as fast as possible, this ridiculous dexterity game, I've not seen it done before, and it's so fun. It's not being subjected to random chance, it's trying to ride random chance like an unruly pony. Always thinking about what you've got, what you need, what you've got. You're constantly kept engaged. Also, Escape does quite nice things with greed. Let's say you're rolling torches to try and put down a gem here. You've got 2 locked dice, 2 torches. The smart thing to do is to re-roll the torches, get your dice back, but players don't do that. They end up rolling this last dice over and over again, wasting time trying to get that golden mask they need. It's fabulous, but most importantly, this is a co-op game that has a sense of camaraderie, okay? When 3 of you are in the same room together and you're all rolling keys desperately, and you get it, and you get those 10 keys, and you put 3 gems in the room, you will feel like high-fiving, even though there's no time for that. When the gong is sounding, and you have to rush back to the middle, and you stop on the way, burning valuable seconds to try and unlock a friend of yours who's screaming for help, you will feel wonderful. And when that same friend, as you two are running home, and you become locked, says, "I'm sorry, there's no time," and leaves you alone, the whole table will be talking about it for weeks. And Escape has one of my favourite things that a board game can do. To begin with, it's very simple, but as you and your friends get more comfortable, you can rip off your water wings, throw away all those basic tiles, and replace them with the advanced tiles, bringing curses and treasure to your game. See, the cardstock is so thick, I can just throw it around, don't even care. Brilliant. If you discover a cursed tile, you immediately have to take the top curse off the deck. And these aren't so bad, because you can roll the things on the bottom to get rid of them. But they kind of are so bad. With this one, you have to put one hand on top of your head. With this one, you can't speak. With this one, if you roll a dice off the table, it's gone forever. Game of the year. I swear that what could beat that? I don't know. And remember I was talking about greed earlier and how it can trap you up? If you find one of these treasure slots, then what you do is you take a treasure chest and you put it on top. And if you roll 2 keys while in that room, you can unlock it. And these can be such fabulous rewards as a secret passage you can place on the board, or a token that lets everyone unlock all their dice, or a couple of free key icons or a couple of torch icons, all of which you'll probably end up using when you're running back to the centre of the board screaming like a child. Like I keep saying, game of the year. So that's Escape, the Curse of the Temple, and it's as fun as anything we've ever reviewed. Still just a little bit simple though, a little family friendly. If only there was some kind of expansion to expand the game that you could pay for. Oh shit. Okay, let's get all this stuff out of the way. Oh, a nice big box. This is gonna be good. So, in the intriguingly titled Escape Illusions expansion number 1, you'll get components for a 6th player. Some more tiles, a bit of wood, and a piece of A3 manual. Recommended retail price for you, sir, £30. And that's assuming you even want to play with a 6th player, and worse, that's not the only disappointment present in this expansion. But the good news is that it's all modular, like Curses and Temples, so you can gradually add the new stuff in as you gain competence. Lovely. We have the new spooky illusion tiles, and what happens here is that as you run around, and then you have to run back for the gong, after the gong hits, all of the illusion tiles vanish, and with them your opportunity to put gems down there. You have to explore again, possibly putting down more panic-relating illusions, putting down walls, or just more curses, making the game trickier, bit more nuanced, quite nice. I give this module out of 5. Alright, next we have module number 4, or is it number 5? No, wait, why are there 3 special chambers in this one? Oh, Okay, look, so another of the types of chambers that the Illusion expansion adds are these. And you're going to discover these separately, and they're kind of like a split up version of one of these rooms, because what you need as you find them is adventurers all need to be in them and roll the dice simultaneously, and then you can put the gems down. But if you discover one of these rooms and use it, the later rooms then can't be used and your friends can yell at you. So that's kind of interesting, a bit more puzzly, but it's not as good as these, which I believe are technically called dickhead rooms in the manual. Because what happens is you put them down via the entranceway and you run in and then you realise that there's a wall and you have to put down a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's an illusion, which means you might even get trapped. Oh, the fuck. Anyway, so that's a dickhead. And then you have this. And this tile is the best thing in the expansion. Finally answering the question of why on earth you're in this temple in the first place, because that's the treasure chamber with a chalice in it. And what you need to do is it's an additional objective. You need to meticulously drag that chalice to the exit, wherever the exit is, and moving with the chalice means rolling an additional torch as you drag it along, and your friends are running past you and they're trying to put gems in and they're having a great time and you're just dragging a chalice and you go, come on, I'm locked! And you have a good time. But we're not quite done yet. Also, finally, as a sort of token gesture, the expansion offers a couple more curses and a couple more treasure cards for you to get. And this shows that the designers still clearly know what they're doing because these are wonderful. The curse is a soul swap, making you swap your disc with someone else, meaning you're now controlling their miniature, and if you cure it, then you swap back. And the treasure is a giant torch you can put in a room, and when the gong sounds, everyone can huddle around that rather than running back to the beginning. Fabulous. And then you notice something. That when you put your cursed cards on the curse deck from the base game, they have a different coloured cardstock from the other one. So if you were looking, it's a tiny thing. If you were really looking, you'd know what curse is coming. And it's out of peg, £30 for that's not really on. And all of it makes you realise something. What it made me realise is that Queen Games have made a game so good, such a winner, there's no way out. You're gonna have to buy everything that they do. Or are you? Okay, so a while back we looked at a game called Space Alert, another real-time co-op game where you and your friends have to run the crew of a ship. It's by Vladic Vato, it's our favourite designer. He made a sort of Soviet Star Trek where the ship doesn't work and you're struggling to survive against any number of dozens and dozens of different threats. It is as generous and as potentially complicated as Escape is stingy and simple. So the question then becomes, with Space Alert still available and still in stock globally, which one should you buy? So here's the problem, okay? Escape is amazing if you play 1, 2, 3 games in an evening, but that means it can only really fill half an hour, maybe an hour and a half, unless you're really dedicated. Space Alert, by contrast, is capable of filling evenings, weeks, even months as you try and master its simple systems, and it gets harder and harder as you go from fighting sort of jellies and small fighter craft to sirens that board aboard your ship, to time-travelling burps that mean that everyone is in a different place and you have to match timelines together. It's fabulous. So, you should make a decision. I would say any board gamer in the world should own either Space Alert or Escape, but whether your group likes simple games and laughing or incredibly complex, stressful stuff should steer which way you go. But what do I know? Let's double check my reasoning with the shut up and sit down supercomputer. Hello, supercomputer.
Hello, Queens.
Hi.
Thank you for giving me access to shut up and sit down's analytics.
Oh, it's fine. So should they buy Escape or Space Alert?
Neither.
What?
I have calculated your audience would be happiest putting the money towards mortgages.
That's not really...
Except Bradley Phillips from Connecticut.
Why?
He should spend the money having the mole on his back examined.
Shut up and sit down recommends Escape, everybody.
No, we don't.